Well, Joel, we're looking forward to it. 2 heat races for the Sportsman class, 4 heat races apiece for the hobby stocks, the B mods, and the stock cars, and then we'll have 3 heat races for the 305 sprint cars here tonight on opening night at the Rapid Speedway as the field exits turn number 3 and enters turn number 4. Head flagman Cody Johnson at the ready. Green is in the air. We are racing our first heat race of the year. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Sportsman class, presented by Lem's Auto Recyclers of Dune, and we're picking up where we left off last year. Brian Crone out to a steady lead. Dan moving into that second spot. Bradley in third, currently in a battle with Steenhoven for that third position. Steenhoven to the inside of Bradley. You've got Todd Steenhoven and Tyler Bradley battling it out for that third position side by side as they exit turn number 2. Tyler Bradley with the advantage. Now Steenhoven with the run at the bottom of turn number 3. The 57 and the 94 side by side for third position. Steenhoven with the advantage as they come off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch, and Steenhoven will take that third spot. Brian Crone, your race leader, out in front of the field by a healthy distance. Travis Dan running in that second spot. Todd Steenhoven in third position. Tyler Bradley. Then at the back of the pack, you've got the 45K of Caden Clausen, the 22 of Chandler Myberg. Chandler Myberg in that blue 22. Caden Clausen in the red 45K. They're side by side, duking it out at the back of the pack. Brian Crone, your race leader, a battle for second shaping up as Steenhoven making his way to the inside of Dan. And Todd Steenhoven going to move into that second spot. Todd Steenhoven moving into second position, and Tyler Bradley wants to come along for the ride. He gets into the inside of Dan for that third position. White flag is out, white flag out. Brian Crone, your race leader. Tyler Bradley looking for that second spot. Steenhoven holding on to it presently as Brian Crone working with some lap traffic on the backstretch. Just splits the difference between Myberg and Clausen. Your first heat race winner of the season coming off of turn number 4. It's the 14 of Brian Crone.
Brian Crone taking home that heat race win. Todd Steenhoven in second. Travis Dan in third. Caden Clausen in fourth. Fifth place going to Chandler Myberg, and a tough break for Tyler Bradley as he had to pull in at the end of that heat race, and a car coming to a stop there in the infield. Couple rookies in this one as well. Neil Kroll, Kent Miller out there.
And a Bubba down at Todd's there. You'll see him at Todd's station rocking the homeless look. He's really got something going. Heat race number 2 coming to the green flag Sportsman class. Second and final heat race under green here tonight. And off to the early race lead, Wyatt Steenhoven in the 57W machine. Off to that early race lead, fellow front row starter Neil Kroll in that second spot. Brandon Boovey in the white 17 in third position, followed by Bubba. And rounding out the field, you've got the 23 of Kent Miller joining us from Milroy, Minnesota. Home of the Milroy Irish. Wyatt Steenhoven, your race leader by a good margin in that purple 57W, the black and green 83 machine of Neil Kroll keeping up. And now Brandon Boovey looking to work on Kroll for that second spot as they come off of turn number 4. Brandon Boovey moves into the second position, shuffling Kroll back to third. Into the clutches of Bubba and the number 99 machine running in that fourth spot. That is Dylan Sproke. Miller a little high up. Kroll a little high up. Miller at the back of the pack. 57W of Wyatt Steenhoven, your race leader, followed by Brandon Boovey. Neil Kroll, Dylan Sproke, and Kent Miller. Second and final heat race for the Sportsman class here on opening night, the 2021 race season at the Rapid Speedway, finally getting underway in the 57W of Wyatt Steenhoven, your race leader. Steenhoven and Boovy running 1 and 2. Krull running in that third position, followed by Sproke and Miller. 5 cars on the track for heat race number 2. Second and final heat race tonight for the Sportsman class. Sportsman class presented by Lim's Auto Recyclers in Dune. The white flag is out for the 57W of Wyatt Steenhoven. Dylan Sproke making a move, coming off of turn number 4, looking for that third spot, and he's got it. The number 99 of Dylan Sproke taking third position at the white flag. Kent Miller from the back looking to work on Krull for that fourth position. Your heat race winner, the 57W of Wyatt Steenhoven.
Well, Wyatt Steenhoven grabbing that heat race win. Brandon Boovy in second. And with a pass there late in the race, Dylan Sproke making his way into the redraw. Neil Krull coming home in that fourth spot, and Kent Miller rounding out your top 5.
Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars, first of 3 heat races for the 305s here tonight. Top 4 will hit the redraw here tonight. Fick and Hargreaves on row number 1. And flagman Cody Johnson puts a green flag in the air. Brandon Bosma off to the early race lead. Fick working him on the outside. The 23 and the 7 for the race lead up front. It's Brandon Bosma early. Bosma and Fick running 1 and 2. Good battle for that third position. And taking that third spot comes the number 10 machine of Trevor Service. Now the 81 of Jared Jansen making his way into that third position to the inside of Service. Brandon Bosma, your race leader in the 23. Jared Jansen, Trevor Service, Branto Banyan, your top 5 on the field. Top 4 will advance to the redraw here tonight. Brandon Bosma, your race leader in the Papik Motors 23 machine. Jared Jansen getting low in the 81. The black and red 81 machine running in that third spot. Fourth and final transfer spot presently to the redraw. Belonging to the number 10 of Trevor Service. Heat race number 1 of 3, the Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars. Brandon Bosma by a healthy margin in the Papik Motors 23 machine, your race leader. Here comes Jared Jansen with the slider for the second spot. In turn number 4 on Shane Fick. Jared Jansen in the 81. Moving into that second position with authority. Shane Fick in third. And Trevor Service still your top 4 on the field. Heartland Steel 305 sprint car. Brandon Bosma making his way into lap traffic as he'll get to the inside of Hargreaves. Brandon Bosma, your race leader in the Papik Motors 23. White flag is out on the field for Bosma. Bosma, Jansen, Fick, and Service, your top 4 on the field. Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars, your heat race winner, the 23 of Brandon Bosma.
Brandon Bosma, the Papik Motors number 23, takes home heat race number 1. Jared Jansen from the back of the pack up into that second spot. Shane Fick coming home in third, and Trevor Service will make that final redraw position in fourth.
And flagman Cody Johnson gives him the sign, tells him to line him up. We'll be going green next time by. Second of 3 heat races for the Heartland Steel 305 Sprinters tonight, opening night for the 2021 race season here at the Rapid Speedway. Glad to have you along with Jacob Hughes, Micah Slendy up front on row number 1. Pair of crazy eights going to start this thing off. Head flagman Cody Johnson at the ready. Green is in the air. We're racing. Jacob Hughes, your early race leader. Slendy will settle into that second spot. As we come down to complete lap number 1, the Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars. Elliot Omdahl looking for that second spot to the inside of Slendy. Slendy will hold on to second position. Omdahl in third spot. Fourth and final transfer spot for the time being, the 05 of Colin Smith. Colin Smith in the black and orange 05, the fourth and final transfer spot to the redraw. Working on Smith for that fourth position, the 4J of Gallimay. Gallimay running in fifth spot. Now here comes the 10D of Lincoln Drewis. Lincoln Drewis in the 10D. He wants to play as well. Jacob Hughes, your race leader. Micah Slendy in second spot. Elliot Omdahl, your top 3. The 05 machine of Colin Smith running in the fourth and final transfer spot to the redraw. And Smith starting to gain a little bit of comfort in that fourth spot as Omdahl will take second position away from Slendy. Elliot Omdahl moved up to the second spot. Micah Slendy in third position. And Colin Smith still holding on to that fourth spot. Meanwhile, your race leader out of Hartford, South Dakota, Jacob Hughes in the gate 8. Jacob Hughes leading the race. Elliot Omdahl in second. Micah Slendy. Pretty good space in between our top 3. Make it our top 4 with the 05 of Colin Smith in that fourth and final transfer spot into the redraw. Jacob Hughes, your race leader. Elliot Omdahl in second position. Micah Slendy running third. The Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars. White flag is out for Jacob Hughes, your race leader. Hughes, Omdahl, Slendy, and Smith, your top 4. The 4J of Gallimay running in that fifth position. Coming off of turn number 4, your heat race winner, the 8H of Jacob Hughes.
Jacob Hughes grabbing heat race number 2. Elliot Omdahl coming home in that second spot. Micah Slendy in the third position, followed by Colin Smith in that fourth and final spot into the redraw.
Third and final heat race for the Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars coming to the green this time by Green is in the air. And long hair off to the early race lead. John Lamberts with Clayton Christensen in that second spot. As we come around for lap number 1, the Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars moving into that second position for the 4SS. It's Jody Rosenboom. Rosenboom moving up to second spot. Clayton Christensen in third. Dusty Ballinger working on that fourth position to the inside of Jesse Lindbergh. Lamberts, Rosenboom, Christensen, and Ballinger. Long hair, John Lambert's your race leader. Jody Rosenboom running in second spot. Clayton Christensen third. Dusty Ballinger, your top 4. Top 4 advance to the redraw. Here tonight for the Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars. Third and final heat race on the surface tonight. Opening night at the Rapid Speedway. And John Lambert's your race leader. Lamberts, Rosenboom, Christensen, Ballinger, your top 4. Yes, he's the third running in fifth. Bailey Ballinger in the 6D, rounding out the field. Ballinger Racing Team has merchandise for sale after the races in their trailer. Stop down and see them in the pits after the races tonight. Clayton Christensen in third spot into the clutches of the 2D of Dusty Ballinger. Ballinger working on Christensen for that third position. As he's gaining 2 to go. This time, John Lamberts in the race leader. Lamberts and Rosenboom running 1 and 2. Christensen, Ballinger, Lindbergh, your top 5. With Bailey Ballinger rounding out the field. White flag will show this time for long hair, John Lamberts. Lamberts and Rosenboom running 1 and 2. Christensen, Ballinger, your top 4. Final lap, final heat race. Heartland Steel 305 sprint cars. Checkers fly this time by for the 12L of John Lambert.
Long hair John Lambert's taking home that final heat race win. Jody Rosenboom into the second spot. Clayton Christensen in third, and Dusty Ballinger grabs that fourth and final transfer into the A main, or into the redraw, I should say.